Hi, I'm Sue Elliott.
And I'm Ed Holland. Welcome to this edition of the Olympia Insider podcast. These podcasts are brought to you through a project called Informing Families Building Trust, a trusted source of information that you can rely upon. Today we're standing outside the offices of the Division of Developmental Disabilities in Lacey, Washington, to announce the development of a new program.
This past session, the legislature appropriated funding to the Division of Developmental Disabilities to implement a new program called the Intensive Behavior Services Program. This program will serve about 100 children whose families find themselves in crisis and need some intensive behavior supports.
These new services will be a part of a model Medicaid waiver that's designed to keep families from sliding into crises.
With more families requesting out-of-home placement, including institutional placement, this new program will give the state the ability to provide in-home supports for families in crisis so that they won't have to look for an unneeded out-of-home placement.
Just a little while ago, I spoke with Program Manager Christy Seligman to find out a little bit more about this new program. Christy, who will benefit from the services of the Intensive Behavior Support Services Program?
Youth who experience intensive behavioral challenges, such as causing harm to themselves or others, will certainly benefit from this program, as well as their families who are committed to supporting their child in the home, but are struggling to do so. And families who accept these program services will agree to have a team of people come into their home and work with their child, as well as their whole family and other staff, such as school staff as well.
What types of services will be available?
Well, the full detail of services is still in the planning process, but the crux of the program is really about intensive behavioral supports. So each child will receive behavior therapies that are tailored to his or her needs. The family will receive training and consultation on how to make changes in their home environment. And staffing may be put in place to provide ongoing training and consultation to the family and work directly with the child.
Will planned respite services be available?
Yes, absolutely. Both in-home and out-of-home planned respite will be available.
Christy, what are the eligibility criteria for the program?
In addition to the typical waiver eligibility criteria, the criteria for this new program will be based on a formula within the DDD assessment that measures the intensity of behavioral challenges, as well as other out-of-home risk factors, such as caregiver stress. These risk factors are currently being identified by research and data analysis and will be tested before their final version is added into the assessment.
When will these services be available?
The plan is to implement the program by November 1st, and that's the date that DDD staff will be able to conduct assessments, determine eligibility, identify needs, and begin tailoring an individual support plan. The planning process is currently underway and will include stakeholder input.
Thank you very much, Christy.
Thank you, Ed.
Once this new model waiver program is up and running, it will really help struggling families stay together.
Kelly Church is a parent who knows firsthand what some of these families are facing. I spoke with Kelly earlier today about the needs of her son. Kelly, will you share with us a little bit about your current family situation?
Well, Sue, we have a 10-year-old son with severe autism, and our son has behavioral issues in our home and at school, and we're currently having to pay out-of-pocket expenses for our son to get the behavioral support that he needs.
And how would the Intensive Behavior Support Program help your family?
The services will tremendously help our family with offsetting the strain of financially having to pay for these services, and also the fact of not having to place our son out of home. This is what families are having to face and make decisions of not being able to get the services to help these kids having to place their children out of home.
Well, thank you, Kelly.
Thank you, Sue.
If you're finding that you're struggling with your child who might need some intensive behavior support services, please ask your DDD case manager about the Intensive Behavior Support Program.
For more information about policies, services, or resources, We ask you to visit the Informing Families Building Trust website at www.informingfamilies.org.
And that's it for another Olympia Insider podcast.
And we'll see you next time.